Hi guys, this video might potentially end up being just a tiny bit boring because it's just gonna be me sitting here yammering on for a few minutes, so please bear with me. Also, the wind is out of the southeast today, and that makes my slip a little bit rocky, so please excuse any background noise. Last winter I made a video about my hopes and dreams, and I've since then mentioned that me selling the house is a big step in the right direction towards achieving my dreams. And that sort of implies I've got a plan, and indeed there is a plan. The ultimate goal is still the same, and that is to become a full-time cruiser. Not just a liveaboard, but a full-time cruiser. Now, the vast majority of you guys know what a full-time cruiser is. For those of you who don't, I suggest you head over and check out Drake's channel. There's a link down in the description. I think what Mo and Drake are doing is sort of the embodiment of full-time cruising, and what they're doing is what I'm striving towards doing. And that brings us to my plan. It's pretty simple. It's not complex at all. It's only got 4 steps. Step 1 is to save up money and buy a bigger boat. Step 2 is to fix up that boat and save up a little bit more money. Step 3 is to start living without a 9-to-5 job. And step 4 is to untie the lines. Step 1. Save up money for a bigger boat. Why do I want a bigger boat? While the Alban Ballad is certainly capable of going anywhere I'd want to, it's just not big enough. This boat was the best boat I could afford when I bought her, and I know 1 or 2 people have circumnavigated in Alban Ballads, and I know at least 4 have crossed the Atlantic this year, so the Alban Ballad is a pretty seaworthy vessel, but down below things are pretty crammed. What I want to do isn't just a 6-month trip. It's not a vacation, it's a lifestyle change. I want to spend the rest of my life aboard my next boat. So for me to be comfortable, I require just a little bit more space. I want to be able to bring along my dive gear, I want to be able to have a compressor aboard the boat so that I can top off my tanks, and I want enough room so that I can bring along a person of the female persuasion if I should ever find one of those that are actually into that kind of lifestyle. So all that boils down to me wanting a slightly bigger boat. I'm looking at boats in the 38 to 42 foot range, and I've got a long list of potential upgrades, but that's its own separate video. I figured it'd take me about 3 years to save up money to buy one of those boats. Oh, and there's no need to mention all of the awesome people that have spent their lives circumnavigating and cruising aboard boats that are way smaller than 30 feet. I know about them, I've read the books, and I admire them very much. But for me, I require just a little bit more room. Step 2. Fix up the boat while saving up more money. In all likelihood, the boat I'll upgrade to will need a lot of work. Now, depending on the state of that boat, I figured it'd take me up to 2 or 3 years to complete that project. While I'm working on the boat, I plan on having an ordinary 9-to-5 job. That'll allow me to fix up the boat and to put a bit of money in the cruising kitty at the same time. Step 3. Start living life without a 9-to-5 job. I'm not a rich guy, and I don't have time to save up enough money so that I can live off of that savings for the rest of my life. That means I need to generate a bit of income, and I don't think the income from these videos are gonna cover that. So I'll need a regular old boring way of making money, and for that I'll rely on my background as a software developer. I should be able to scrounge up a bit of income in the off-season as long as I'm able to access the internet. Now, I think by now you guys have figured out that I do enjoy working with my hands, and I'm not above taking on a few odd jobs. I'd even be willing to do the much dreaded thing called varnishing. Now, ideally I'd have transitioned into this new lifestyle before untying the lines, but we'll see how things go. Step 4. Untie the lines. While this step is probably going to be the most scary step, it's also the most simple step. At this point in time, it's crucial that I'm debt-free, and that's why I don't want to finance a boat, but why I'd rather save up money and outright buy the boat of my dreams. So that's it. That's all 4 steps of my plan. The astute will have noted that I'm currently 5 to 6 years away from being able to untie the lines for good. Until then, I plan on spending a lot of time cruising Obelix, and I know I haven't done much sailing this year, but that's okay. This year has been all about getting Obelix ready for me to live aboard. I do have some pretty awesome cruising plans for next summer, but that's going to be its own separate video. I plan on putting Obelix up on the hard in about 3 weeks. That'll allow me to scrape her bottom and get all of the prep work for next year's season out of the way, which means I'll get a super early start on next year's sailing season. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you think about my plan and whether or not you think I'm able to pull it off. So that's it for this video, guys. See you! Yurkul and I hope you've enjoyed this video. To be notified about new content, please click subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I suggest you check out the introduction playlist. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment.